Hi, this is Shafi, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can prepare your NEBOSH IG2 risk assessment report. And I guarantee you, you will never going to fail if you follow all the instructions I give you in this video. So, without wasting the time, let's start it. So, before starting your risk assessment report, I suggest you to review this checklist provided by NEBOSH, because if you miss any of the points mentioned here, then you may fail the report. Okay, let's start the part 1, and here is the sample of part 1. It's very simple. It's not going to take more than 20 to 30 minutes, and you just have to provide the name of organization and site location and number of workers. For name of organization, let me tell you that you can give the random name as well, because NEBOSH allow you to give the random name due to confidentiality issue. Then the next is general description. Again, I suggest you to look at the checklist. It asks you to provide the three things. First is product manufactured or services offered, types of activities, and shift pattern. So you can say that you can see that I have written three paragraphs here. Each paragraph contains 2 to 3 lines, and I have tried to elaborate those three things asked in the checklist. And the next is the area to be included in risk assessment. You can mention the any part of building like administrative building and warehouse, workshop, laboratory, and you can also mention the parking area. And the next is any other relevant information. For this point, you can mention anything about company like reputation of company, the history of company, or anything about the product of company. It's up to you. And then the next is the another important portion of the part 1. And for this portion, you have to be careful and you have to follow all these 3 points mentioned here. You have to answer these points. First, the first point is sources of information consulted. So I have provided some links, and I have mentioned that I got information from these websites. Also, I studied the book for NEBOSH IG2. And the next is how you spoke to you. For this point, you can write that I spoke to the supervisor of company, I spoke to the workers, I spoke to the manager of company. It's up to you whatever you mention, but to answer this point. And the next is the most important point of this part, and it is how you identify the hazard. And for this, you can write that I visited the place physically to know the hazards. Also, I talked to the workers. And the next is already being done. Yeah, it's existing control measures. For existing control measures, you can talk to the personals of company, like to the operators, to workers, to supervisors, and they can inform you about the existing hazards. Or you can watch it, you can see it by yourself as well. And the next is additional control measures. For additional control measures, you can mention that I studied it on different books or on different websites. I also uh, talk to the HSC manager or other managers of organization to decide and finalize the control additional control measures. So you can study my sample, and let me inform you that if you follow this sample, you will 100% pass your NEBOSH IG2 report. So if you need any kind of help, you can comment in this video, and you can contact me to get any kind of help. I will help you, assist you to make your NEBOSH IG2 report. Do mention in comment if you need guideline for part 2 and part 3 of NEBOSH IG2 report. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.